Good evening, and welcome to Dark Dwellings. On tonight's episode, we take a deep dive into one of the strangest cases this city has ever seen. A local, gone missing, sends the police into a frenzy in an attempt to pin it on one man. A man who claims to have no involvement with the crime, but knows the one that he thinks is responsible. With hints of mistaken identity, love triangles, and even whispers from the supernatural, do you think you have what it takes to solve this case? So join us as we attempt to unravel a twisted web of lies, deceit, lust, and something much darker. Only on Dark Dwellings. This was by far the most bizarre case of my career. My name is Cody Dark, and I was accused of a crime I never committed. My name is Troy Reeds, and I was the lead detective in the Cody Dark case. It was roughly 2 in the morning when we got the call that someone in the area was using power tools. We thought that it was just going to be some teenagers playing around in the morning, but we weren't ready for what came next. I think a lot of people out there have their thoughts about me, but I would like them to know that they're wrong. I've lived in this area my whole life, and not once has there been a crime this sinister. The suspect used a circular saw to, there were 3 separate pieces. He swears it is someone or something named Rod. I'm not here to talk about Rod. I'm here to tell my story. As far as I can tell, it is all in his head. I was with my neighbor that night. How could I be in 2 places at once? We did know that Cleo was a known associate of Mr. Dark.
My name's Cleo, and Cody Dark was my neighbor for 2 years. Well, we were neighbors with benefits. Nennies with bennies, that's what we like to say. He was very respectful though, like always kept his teeth clean. But he was a little on the quiet side. And you know what they say, it's the quiet ones you really have to watch out for.
They couldn't produce any real evidence, a motivation, or any witnesses. There is only 1 set of keys to the van, and they were in Mr. Dark's possession the night of the incident. The detective saw an opportunity, and he took it. No one on this beautiful green earth, except for Mr. Dark, has ever seen Rod.
There is no way he could leave here, go and do all of that stuff, and come back without me noticing.
This whole thing was just to set me up. I believed that Mr. Dark would come after Cleo, and that's when I decided to get close to him.
I was having relations with the detective.
He can't tell you how tall Rod is, any distinguishing features about him. He can't tell you anything about what Rod looks like. This was a closed case. And then he showed up. Hello, my name is Max Uroji, and I am a paranormal investigator. In my line of work, we track and investigate events that exist in the metaphysical. That's when things really started to take a turn. I have been tracking and investigating the movements of Rod since the winter of 2009. After everything they put me through, I'm just grateful I didn't have to go through it alone. Rod is not a person. Rod is a sort of demon that preys on weaker individuals in moments of immense desperation.
That ghost man's pretty cute.
There were 12 holes punched out of them, all of which were roughly 2 inches in diameter. And guess what we found in the garage?
He lied to me and said all you have to do is subscribe.
The police have no idea what they're dealing with. Once the victim was in place, the suspect, he lit them up like Christmas. There is no way a human could do it.
How could they do this to me?
Everything the police are saying was used is linked in the description. There are always two sides to every story. The erratic behavior, lack of emotions, these are all signs that point to this being fraud. I guess it's just like the detective said.